Welcome in to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Atlanta United's unified team, presented by Gallagher, hosting Nashville SC in the home finale for the unified season. Alongside Madison Cruz, I'm Jason Longshore. Thanks for spending some time with us this evening. Maddie, we had a chance to see these two teams play up in Nashville, and Atlanta ran out the winners that night. You had the chance to go to training on Thursday and interact with some of the players and coaches. How up is this team for this match tonight?
Very up. Not only because it is the last game of the season for them, but not only because they're undefeated, it's also their first game at home. It's an opportunity to play in front of your home fans, get another win on the season, and have another undefeated one.
As the teams come out and get ready to start, let's try to throw down to the third member of our broadcast team tonight. Joe Fryhofer manning the sidelines for us. He'll be getting kind of the feel of things down on the field. Joe, what's it looking like down there? What's the energy like?
Jason, Maddie, thank you very much. The big storylines for Atlanta United coming into tonight
Joe
offensively are going to be Alex Eberle and Xavier Harrison. We'll begin with Eberle, who's infamous for his blistering pace down the wing, providing plenty of width and his overall work rate. And for Harrison, he's coming off of a 2-goal finish against the LA Galaxy unified side as well. Got to get some service into Harrison, who has an incredibly impressive legacy.
Benz with a vengeance. They lost to Atlanta in their home opener of the unified season. They're going to be coming in here looking to cause some chaos here for Atlanta.
We're seeing the teams get introduced. Some fans have stuck around, thankfully, to support the Atlanta United unified team. And a big member of that support staff for this Atlanta United unified team has been Gallagher and their continued involvement with it, as well as the first team ambassadors. And Brad Gazan is somebody that we've talked a lot about, his involvement with this unified team and how important it is for the club to support this part of the club as well.
And having someone like Brad Guzan who can come in and just be that ambassador for the team, it gives someone to look up to. You have someone who knows the professional game, who can help give some tips here and there and help the team as they progress and continue moving forward.
Scott played a pivotal role in Gallagher's support of the Atlanta United unified team, culminating in the partnership of the program. Please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you.
Gallagher has been an instrumental partner with the unified team. And we'll take a pause for the national anthem. Almost ready for kickoff here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the Atlanta United unified season finale as they host Nashville. Maddie, how was the training on Thursday for the group? What were the vibes like? And who are a couple players who stood out to you either from the previous match or on Thursday?
It was electric. I think everyone was so excited to get the chance to be here in the Benz and get to play their season closer here at the Benz in front of their home fans. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see Xavier Hairston really come back in. He got a brace against LA Galaxy. He's been an outstanding performer for Atlanta United this season. I think he's going to have a great night tonight once again against Nashville.
D. Harden has been another player that I've really enjoyed to see in goal over the years with Atlanta United's unified team. He was really good in that match in Nashville. Now, today will be played 11v11, and that's the move right now in the unified program across MLS, is to play full field 11v11 in as many situations as possible. That's the goal for these teams. It can be a challenge. It's going to be a big, wide field here in Atlanta for this match, and we'll see how the teams kind of get accustomed to it in the early going.
It's interesting. You know, Atlanta hasn't had the opportunity to play here in their home turf all season, so it's going to be adjustment not only for Nashville, but also for Atlanta, really seeing how you can use the space a little bit more and create those opportunities.
That's the
All right, I think we have a few of the gremlins sorted out as Joe Freihofer is downstairs with a couple of thoughts on what to look for tonight with Atlanta United Unified. Take it away, Joe.
Jason, Maddie, thank you very much. Maddie, I believe you touched on it there briefly, but in training leading up to this one, there was a big emphasis on shooting, as the final 20 to 30 minutes of training this past week was just focused on first-time finishing, and there was two names that I think we have to keep a sharp eye on tonight, especially in that starting lineup. When you think of width, you think of pace, and you think of work rate. That's got to be Alex Eberle blazing down the touchline. He is one who has always caused the problem. And you want to talk about current form right now. Xavier Hairston as well, coming off of a 2-goal performance against LA Galaxy as well. He's as clinical as it gets in the area and a pure finisher. Got to get service to both of those tonight, but more importantly, Hairston in dangerous areas for him to tuck it away. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Joe. We'll be coming back to you as we go this evening, maybe with some special guests if we can. Nashville in their classic gold and navy blue. They'll be moving from right to left on your screens, and awesome to see some of the traveling Nashville support stick around and support their unified team. Atlanta in the classic red and black stripes will be moving from left to right. It was a competitive game between these two teams last time out. And let's kick it here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nashville going to try to build up a rhythm across the back line. Good interception immediately for Atlanta. Almost made something happen there. And we'll see Atlanta reset things back to Grace Chaplin. VR. Pass into the middle, intercepted. Here comes an opportunity for Nashville to break. Battle for it, well won. Good job there by Atlanta to turn that around.
Great recovery from Atlanta. At the first couple minutes, you had the opportunity with the interception, and then Nashville's coming right back the other way. Great quick response from the Five Stripes so far.
Alex Bartlett coming back to help win that ball back for the Five Stripes. Trying to play through the middle of the park, riding off a challenge. Now up the right side to Stewart. Well defended by Nashville, and they'll try to reset across the back line. Good pressure from Atlanta. The counter pressure almost forces the turnover. Nashville will try to find space down the left. Really like the aggressiveness from Atlanta all over the field.
They're not allowing Nashville to get into those tight paces that they want to get into. It's making it really difficult for Nashville to try and build up and get something going on in the attacking half.
Grace Chaplin tracking back here for Atlanta. Can't get to it initially. Ramey comes away with it for Nashville. Good tackle to win it back. Ramey, though, keeps battling and is able to knock that out for the throw. Evans with a good steal, but Ramey did a good job to prevent the break.
Great work and solid defending from Atlanta. Nashville's had a couple of great opportunities to try and make something happen, but right there, Atlanta's able to stop them.
VR over the top to Stephen Walker. Good build-up here for Atlanta. They're into the attacking half. Through the middle, almost gets to Stewart. A great look. Stewart will run it down on the near side. Bartlett. His cross to the backside, headed down. I believe it might have come off the hand. It will be a Nashville free kick.
Atlanta having a difficult time trying to connect up there at the top. They're trying to create some great sequences, trying to create some crosses, trying to get into the box, but Nashville's making it difficult.
Cole Ballweber at the middle of the back line for Nashville. He starts things forward for the boys and girls in gold. Nashville will move it over to the left side. Aiden Ramirez. One back again by Bartlett. He's been everywhere on the field for Atlanta in the early going. Chaplin to VR. That left foot long. Almost got through to Stewart. Here on the near side, Atlanta will try to launch again. Taken away nicely. Well defended there by Harper Gibson.
It will roll out. It'll be a throw-in for Atlanta. Once again, Atlanta putting some great pressure on Nashville in their defensive half.
I think you see Atlanta trying to connect the dots here in the build-up play. MSM over to VR. Definitely want to keep the ball and connect the team forward. Good work on the dribble. Here comes Atlanta. Eberle. He'll spin and shoot from distance. It's blocked at the top of the 18. Nashville will try to find their way through Atlanta's pressure. They do. Here's Gibson. Good work by Harper Gibson to hit the brakes and spin it back. Ballweber through the middle, nearly finds Ramey, but Sim is there to clean it up for Atlanta. And starts things down the left. Walker. Nashville doing a good job defending in their own half. They've been under some pressure here in the early going, but they've held up strong so far. Here comes Atlanta again through the middle. Trying to connect with Stewart. Almost found him in that pocket of space. It's out for a goal kick.
Almost got him. Just a little bit of miscommunication. Didn't know where that ball was going to go. A little bit overpowered, too.
Stewart's been a fun one to watch on that right side. Always causing some problems. Recently graduated from Gwinnett Tech. Diploma in game design and development. Played into the middle. Gibson with the interception off the pass from Bartlett. But Bartlett just does not give up on the play. Wins it back.
Great hustle, and like you said, not giving up. That's exactly what you need to do. You lose the ball, you try to track it down.
Left-footed shot wide. That's the man you were talking about coming into this one, the X-Man, Xavier Hairston.
He has been unstoppable for the Five Stripes. Look at this. Outside the 18, tries it. It's just a little bit wide, but we know he can do it.
Struck it so well. He has a lot of confidence to take that from 22 plus. Good pressure from Atlanta off of the goal kick. They win the throw on the far side as we're into the 6th minute. Looking for options on that side. VR will throw it into the middle. Slip through to Bartlett. Tried to play it through to Hairston. Nashville defended well. Ballweber will spin to the right. Atlanta United supporters starting to make some noise. VR will run this one down. Step over and turn. He's got that left foot. He can pick out a pass. He finds MSM.
Atlanta pulling forward a little bit. Nashville tried to get onto the break onto the right side. Just overhit that ball a little bit. Tried to connect it, but Atlanta was right there to clean up the mess.
Nashville to the left. Katselis intercepted. Chaplin trying to play that over the top for Stewart. Atlanta will win it back, and here they come in the transition. Stewart on the right, spins. Gibson able to run him down. Going to try to play it up the left side. Walking the tightrope over there. Good pressure again from Bartlett. Gibson will leave the throw for Katselis.
Gibson doing a good job of silencing any attack that's going down on the right side for Atlanta.
Throws it in short. Bartlett trying to win it back for Atlanta, and does. He'll take the throw. McElhinney. Over to the left. Walker. Tried to pop that back, looking for Eberle. But here's the pressure from Walker and Eberle trying to force the turnover. They don't win it back directly, but Walker and Eberle forcing that ball to be played long, and VR and Chaplin help combine to win it back. Rescued that one. Here's MSM. Advantage played. Swung over to the right. It gets under the boot of Stewart as he tried to turn the corner.
Great work from Sim to point that out and try to find Stewart. He almost had it, but just went right through him.
Gibson with the throw. Back to Cole Ballweber. Through the middle. Bartlett almost forces another turnover. Nashville going to try the left side now. Bartlett runs it down, tries to flick that into space for himself, but well defended by Aiden Ramirez. And Gibson will take the throw.
It was great work from Bartlett. I like the attempt to try and play the ball back to himself. I think he just got a little tripped up there.
Ramey trying to take off down the middle. VR's got to clean it up for Atlanta, and he does. VR will drive forward. Little spin in the center circle. VR, quick feet. Hairston wanted to do the same down the middle. Couldn't quite find the space. VR stays up in the play. And here comes Hairston with his pace around the right side. Into the middle to Bartlett. Looking for Stewart down the middle. That's intercepted. And good work from Nashville down the middle. They've stayed strong defensively, Nashville.
They've stayed strong, and watch out. I remember from that first match in Nashville, Ramey is one to keep an eye out. He's always on top, and he has the speed to get there.
Ramey, the part-time DJ as well. See what kind of goal songs he might have in his bag tonight. 10th minute, no score as of yet between Atlanta and Nashville in this unified match presented by Gallagher. I'm Jason Longshore, Madison Cruz alongside Joe Freihofer down on the field. Thanks for hanging out with us on the Atlanta United live channels. VR standing over this one. Get it back after the short free kick. Little sequences like that. You had a chance to talk to some of the coaching staff on Thursday. This is a well-organized group, and this coaching staff has been together for a good while.
Luis Luna and Greta Conboy, they talked a lot, especially about this matchup. I asked them how you keep everything consistent, especially going up against an opponent you've already seen before. They said they just got to do exactly what they've been doing, be continuing to be the exact same team and not trying to overcomplicate a couple things, but just staying true to who they are and continue to play exactly the way they've been playing all season long.
Alex Evans took off down the right. He's going to earn the throw. Evans's cross was blocked away. And Emma Sim will take the throw. McElhinney on the right side. He puts in a low cross into a dangerous spot that is canceled out. Well defended once again by Nashville. Chaplin. Bartlett. Over to the left. Here's Hairston. He's got that left foot. It's blocked. Stewart finds the rebound. It's alive at the penalty spot before it's cleared. Eberle going to run that down on the left side. Keeps it in. Almost gets back to it. But Nashville comes away with it. McElhinney will run it down and reset. Back to Harden. Not sure if he's going to get to that one. Almost did. Going to be a goal kick.
He almost got there.
Got to be careful with Ramey on the field.
Substitutions for Atlanta. In the 12th minute.
Going to get subs here.
Entering the game, number 17, number 5, and number 10.
With these substitutions, we'll try to bring Joe Freihofer into it and see if he can give us a little bit of insight on what's going on down on the field. Take it away, Joe.
Jason, thank you very much. We see a three-man shift coming in here. consisting of Eisworth, Urshanky, and Steven Russell. I talked to the technical staff of head coach Marty Jellema. They're looking to change up the defensive shape, more specifically down this left wing as we see the attack immediately start down that side. Steven Russell has come in to a left wing position. They don't like quite how high Alex Eberle has been climbing and want to still utilize that work rate and pace that he has, but they'll push him back into more of a wing back and a left back position and hope that Russell can stretch the pitch and provide a bit more service into the middle to Hairston. Guys?
That tactical shift pays off right there. Thanks, Joe, as Eberle runs it down to regain possession for Atlanta. Looking for options through the middle. Gibson there to clean it up. She's been great defensively for Nashville today. Evans on the right. Good first touch. Turn in the corner, Alex Evans. Evans, edge of the 18. Gibson again there to shut the door.
Even under pressure, Evans was still able to turn that corner and try to make something happen for Atlanta.
It was a great run from Evans. But Gibson has done a great job defensively for Nashville. Chaplin, who is just so smooth defensively on the Atlanta side, able to win back possession there. And now here comes Atlanta trying to build up through the middle. Urshanky over to the left. Drop back into the direction of Eberle. Battle on the far side. Russell. Still alive for Atlanta. Here's Hairston. 40 yards from goal. Looking for the 1-2. It's well worked. Right-footed shot saved. Hairston didn't quite get all of that, Maddie, but it was a good, well-worked sequence on the 1-2.
It was a great sequence. I believe it was McElhinney who was able to feed it to Hairston, and Hairston wasn't able to get enough power that he might have wanted on that shot, but a great sequence and a great time you want to see, especially building that offense for Atlanta.
The two-footed attacker, Xavier Hairston, that was with the right foot. Here comes Atlanta again after winning the ball back. Nashville with a block. It's still alive, and the foul is called. I think possibly a high boot there in that moment. 15th minute, no score here between Atlanta and Nashville, the unified match presented by Gallagher. Up the left side for Katselis. Evans will run it down. The work rate from Alex Evans has been so impressive tonight. Plays it long. Gibson able to pick out a pass out of the back. MSM helps reclaim possession for Atlanta. Chaplin into space for Evans. He's going to take off down that right side once again. Here comes Alex Evans into the attacking third. Low cross claimed at the top of the 6. Good goalkeeping from Braden Jenkins.
Evans had the space. I think he was looking for that cross to try and find Hairston right at the top of the 18. But great work defensively from Nashville, as we've been seeing from them for most of the first half.
Eberle once again wins the ball back on that left side, dropping a little bit deeper, as Joe Freihofer told you. Good tactical change by Marty Jellema and his staff. Here comes Atlanta once again. Hairston. Trying to spin. You know he wants to get on the left foot. It's dropped back to McElhinney. Slips it through to Hairston. Wanted to turn. Maybe the scouting report is out. That one was blocked that time around by Cole Ballweber. But Atlanta again wins the ball back in the middle third. Well, no-look pass up the left side. Crossed in. Hairston able to turn. Little stutter step. Ballweber able to stay with him and put it out for the throw.
Ballweber saw that he was trying to switch to that left foot and was able to capitalize on it and launched it out of play.
More subs coming down below. Joe, any insight on these changes on the Atlanta side?
In the 17th minute.
Yeah, Jason just got done talking to assistant coach Grant Comboy. We're looking at Kelly Robinson specifically, who's going to be settling herself in here at right back. She is one of the best one-on-one defensive markers in this back line. They're going to look to utilize her. And then you see that substitution as well of Savion Brown. Frame, height, and absolute target man, as you see Hairston still sticking in there as well. assistant coach Grant Comboy talked about how stout Nashville is at that back line and hope that they can utilize his size, get him service as you see now to break them open at the back.
Brown with a great pass into the 18. Thanks, Joe. Stewart bottled up. Hairston finds it. Left-footed shot. Didn't get all of it that time around, and Jenkins will make a comfortable save.
Hairston is so close. So close. One of those times he's going to get the right angle and the right power, and it's going to go right into the back of the net.
Nashville struggling to get into the attacking half at times. They're going to get a free kick here in the middle third as Ramey was fouled from behind. Really good work from Ramey to draw that foul, get into the spot between the ball and the defender. And Nashville will try to launch it up the right side. Atlanta able to handle that one pretty well over on the left. Eberle into the middle. Quick one-touch passing from Atlanta, and they're through into the attacking half again. Pass through. Here's Russell. Good track back on the defensive side by Brienne Fisher.
Fisher has been closing it down on the back line for Nashville. That is the one thing that Nashville's been really solid with. They haven't allowed Atlanta to have a lot of those chances, but Atlanta's done a great job of pinning them into their defensive half. They haven't been able to come forward and really test the goalkeeper at all.
Eberle with another steal. We're so used to seeing Alex Eberle higher up the field, but he's winning the ball back constantly in that middle third, playing as a wingback.
I like the shift there. He's able to get in there, create those plays, but then he's also able to drop back and defend, and that's exactly what Atlanta needs right now.
Force the turnover. Russell with the scoop wide. Almost pulled off an audacious effort, Russell. Don't know if Jenkins would have had that covered. Just pulled a little bit wide. Nashville will take the goal kick.
Ever since he has been subbed into this match, Russell has been on fire on that left side.
Another turnover. Here comes Atlanta. Into the middle. Into the 18. Trying to find the option. Fisher with another good defensive play. Put across. Stewart. Foul's called. It's going to be a free kick for Atlanta. The nimble feet of Savion Brown. He draws the foul just outside the top of the arc.
A great opportunity for Atlanta. We've seen Hairston take so many shots from outside the 18. It's a prime spot for him to try and make it 1-0 for Atlanta.
You know he wants this one with that powerful left foot. Brown comes over with maybe a little bit of advice, but Xavier Hairston is going to want this one all day. Stewart trying to set up the extra wall. Brown will step over it. Hairston over the bar. Leaning back just a little bit there, Xavier Hairston. That was maybe on the edge of his range.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He leaned back just a little too much on it. He had the power, but just, again, wasn't able to get the right angle for it.
Nashville going to try to build up. Ball Weber. It's intercepted on the left side. Russell again. Inside looking for Hairston. Intercepted by Ball Weber. He'll carry it forward. Brown covers the ground and wins it back. Slip through looking for Hairston. It's deflected over to the right. Almost found Stewart. It'll be a throw for Atlanta. You can see the flags waving in the lower bowl at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Fans from both teams sticking around for this one. This is a rivalry between Atlanta and Nashville, but it's great to see the fans come together to support both of their unified teams.
It's really become a great rivalry within MLS, and it's also great to see, especially, you mentioned it, having both of these fan bases coming together and supporting both of the unified teams out here today.
Harden comes out of the 18. He's able to pop it over to the left. Eberle saves it over there. Eberle 1v2. He doesn't mind. He's still able to get it forward. Fisher will shield Russell off and spin to the inside. Nashville trying to get into the attacking half and set up shop a little bit. Parks back to the right. Fisher. Into the middle. Finds Ramey. Ramey tries to lay it off. That's intercepted. Atlanta can break. Stewart just narrowly offside. You could see Stewart making the run. I think he expected the pass to come a step earlier, and when it didn't, he was caught offside.
It's a great build-up play from Atlanta, able to pick out Stewart, but again, a hair offside. But what a great sequence, and what great eyes to see that Stewart was driving up onto the right to try and create something.
More subs coming for Atlanta. Joe, give us the intel.
Jason, the man to watch on this substitution shift is going to be Anthony Hernandez, the Colombian-American number 42 you see out there, collaborating with Xavier Hairston right now. One of the most impressive aspects about Anthony is that despite being a Colombian-American, perhaps you think maybe he's trying to remodel his game after a Lucho Diaz, a James Rodriguez. It is, in fact, Cristiano Ronaldo. Anthony sees himself as the second coming of El Bicho out there, and the Sioux is one of his go-to celebrations when he takes to the field. And we also see the star power meter beginning to climb here on the touchlines as well. We've got Brad Guzan in and around the technical area. Skateoff singer Garth Lagerwey have made their way over to Coach Jellemy's tactical group here as well, and several other members of the Five Stripes. Josh Cohen just stopped by, Noah Cobb, Dax McCarty. Plenty of talks coming up at halftime for you guys.
Yeah, we'll be expecting you to have quite the guest list at halftime. Thanks, Joe. Halftime not that far away. Here comes Atlanta. Looking for the opening goal. They've had the possession advantage. Can they find the advantage on the scoreboard? Savion Brown cuts inside. Those long legs almost pulled off that move. Hernandez trying to win it back on the left. But Parks, good composure from him to find the space. Maddie, you had the chance to talk to Hernandez at training on Thursday. He did give you a glimpse of what that celebration could be if he finds the back of the net tonight.
He did. I always was so excited whenever you get to see the celebrations. I always like to know where you come up with the ideas, and that was one thing I asked all of the athletes there on training was, what are some of their favorites? And that was one of his, so hopefully he gets to break it out here today.
Anthony Hernandez has scored quite a few goals in the Atlanta United kit. He'll be looking for one today. 24th minute crossing into the 25th. Fisher looking for options. Gibson over to the left. Morphy tries to win it back for Nashville. It'll fall into the middle. Hairston. Back to Brown. Hernandez. Always wants to get back to the left foot. That's denied. Brown, though, will find the second ball. Thought about launching that cross on the run from the right. He's going to cut back inside instead. Well defended. Brown just couldn't quite find the angle.
Great awareness from Brown, though. Wanted to make the cross in, but then didn't see the right opportunity, so he pulls it back and then tries to regroup there and try to create another sequence.
Valuing that possession, but wasn't quite able to find the pass. Nashville will draw the free kick. One more change for Atlanta.
Substitution for Atlanta in the 26th minute. Entering the game, number 11.
Evans back into the match. I believe Eberle is going to get to catch his breath. He's been all over the place in the first half. Nashville swing it over to the right side. Fisher. Parks. Fisher will get to it on the far side. Good ball down the right flank. Here comes Nashville. Battling over there on that far side is Evans. Puts it back across. Get it the second time, Brown. It's blocked. Good block there. Nashville building something here late in the first half. Parks. Not quite on the same page. That's intercepted. And here comes Atlanta.
Great composure from Atlanta in the defensive half.
Over the top, nearly connected with Hairston. It's a good run from Hairston trying to play that over the top. Nashville able to reset with the clearance. But yeah, Nashville, in that last sequence, they're starting to put it together a little bit.
able to connect a lot of those passes, but I got to give huge credit to both defenses, I think, for the night. But for Atlanta in that moment, they didn't get too chaotic. They didn't let the pressure of what Nashville was bringing forward affect them. They held composure, and they were able to get it out of the attacking half.
Picking out Brown. Has Hernandez to the right, goes in the middle to Hairston. Hairston going to spin. Back to the left foot. Can't get the shot off. Close down quickly. Atlanta wins it back. They'll go back to Brown. Good flick out wide. Hernandez pops it back in. Brown brings it down. Finds Hairston. Hairston has to drop it back, keeping possession here at Atlanta United. 28th minute.
Great call by Hairston. Knew he wasn't going to be able to get the shot, so he brings it back, allows for them to change in possession and see what else they can get going.
Going to be a corner here for Atlanta. Good work by McKeith-McElhinney trying to slip that pass into Hairston. He's looking for the wall pass. It's blocked away. And McKeith will run over to take the corner. He's got Evans with him. Short to Evans. McElhinney. Able to play into the middle. Rubovitz. One back by Nashville. This Atlanta backline has just been so good at winning the ball back. Brown to Hernandez, back into the direction of him. Robinson now. Couldn't get that pass across, was looking for McElhinney. Nashville will try to find space on the left. Hernandez commits the foul, trying to win it back. I think the arm came out as much to brace himself as anything, but Catherine Morphy draws the foul.
Great hustle from Hernandez, was seeing that Nashville could have gotten onto the break, was just trying to catch up, but I agree. I believe it stretched out the arm just to try to balance himself a little bit.
Ends up committing the foul. Here comes Nashville through the middle. Parks. Back to the left. Morphy. 29th minute, going to look for the cross. Almost through the first half. Nashville trying to get one late. Morphy again. Robinson there to defend. Morphy able to turn the corner. On the end line, low cross, blocked. Nashville trying to find the handle in the 18. Atlanta's able to clear. Fisher will keep it alive for the boys and girls in gold. Fisher cuts inside. Looking for some help. That's intercepted. Atlanta can break late. Was shut off the first time. Atlanta will find it the second time. Hernandez really smartly stayed onside by staying in his own half. Couldn't win the foot race, though, as he turned the corner. That was so good from Hernandez to stay on his own half to avoid being offside. Parks will cut it back into the middle, and we are almost through the first 30 minutes. Ball Weber up the right side. Maybe going to let this last break continue. Evans will break it up, and that will do it for the first 30 minutes.
With no score.
Let's send it down quickly to Joe Fryhofer down at pitch side.
Thank you, Jason. If you're the Five Stripes, got to be content with that work rate, especially from Hernandez in a very short shift there towards the end. As we see the group circle up here on the sideline, Guzan has now entered the technical area as well, taking himself up with a little assistant role as these guys head in and break everything down. And look, guys, the big storyline going into the second half on the line for the Five Stripes tonight is that title of possibly going 2 years unbeaten as a unified side right now. As you see Guzan chatting it up with D. Harden, the keeper right now. Content if you're the Five Stripes, but everything to play for in that second half. Guys?
I know you're going to try to get a couple interviews, Joe. We'll get those down to you when you are ready. I think Brad Kazan might be coming over to you right now. Take it away when you're ready, Joe.
All right, Jason, Maddie, thank you very much. Joining us is Unified Ambassador Brad Guzan. Brad, just how special for you after a match to come down here, to be on the sidelines, to take up an assistant coach role here in the technical area. What is this group for you?
No, it's fantastic. I mean, you see the enjoyment that they're out here having. Obviously, we got a nail biter on our hands today. But to be out here supporting this group, it means everything.
You see the 17s here behind me. Flags in the crowd as well. We've even got some members of the Nashville SC supporter base as well. These 17s, what do they mean to this club?
Listen, they mean everything to the club. They're what this club is all about. And so to have them here supporting the unified team, it's tremendous support from each and every one of them. But more importantly, it's for these guys on the field. And so to show them the support that they're giving them, it truly makes a night like tonight really special.
We saw you spend some time there with keeper D. Harden, talking to Liam Stewart here on the bench as well. Give us a little bit of tactical insight. What were some of the pieces of advice there just before halftime?
Listen, they've got it all figured out. Like I said, it's a nail-biter today, 0-0 at half, but all to play for in the second half. I know they're going to come out with great energy and find that winning goal.
On the line here today for this group is going to be possibly going 2 years in this unified program, unbeaten 17s for this group. If you were in that huddle right now, what would the message be to these five stripes to get that result here in the second half?
To keep up the great work, to keep up the intensity, most importantly, to have fun. And like I said, I know they're going to find that goal.
17s, give it up for Atlanta United keeper Brad Guzan.
Brad Guzan's been a unified ambassador pretty much since the day that he walked into the club. And I've told the story before. It's one of the things that I have the utmost respect for Brad Guzan, as you'll get a chance to see the first half highlights here. In Utah in 2019, after a difficult loss, kind of like tonight, he was out there as quickly as he could to support the unified team. He takes it very seriously. It's a big part of being captain of Atlanta United, and Brad Guzan is a great representative for this group.
Especially after a result like tonight, to come out here and to be an assistant coach on the sideline and support the unified teams, it's absolutely amazing, and it's great that to have an ambassador like Brad Guzan on the sideline with you.
Let's go back down to the field as Joe is going to try to get Dax McCarty. Not quite yet. We'll get that here in a bit. Dax McCarty will speak to Joe Fryhofer, I believe, here in the second half. You see the huddle as Marty Jellamy, who, when we talked about it at signing day, mentioned that last year the team finished the season undefeated, and I said I hope for another undefeated season. Marty was a little upset with me, putting a little pressure on the group. They're almost there. One half from being undefeated for a second straight year.
It's a great testament to what they have done with the team last year, and then coming back into this season. You have 2 road wins, and road wins are so difficult to do, so getting the chance to come back into your home and getting the chance to play against a rival, it's huge.
Let's go back down to the field as Joe Fryhofer has Dax McCarty with him, pitch side.
Jason, thank you very much. Dax, you were just over with some of the old crew, catching up on not only some memories, but also what this rivalry is all about, Atlanta and Nashville too. What was it like taking down the Southern Sizzler here tonight despite the result?
Yeah, it's always good to get out on the field and see some old friends, some old faces. Obviously, I was in Nashville for 4 years, and I have some special friends there, some special bonds and memories. But when you step out on the field and you're losing 1-0 in a rivalry game, it sucks, and it doesn't feel good, and you want to come on and you want to try to change the game. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that. We weren't able to do that as a group and as a team, and the performance, it fell under par of what we expect, and especially in a rivalry game at home in front of our supporters who are wonderful tonight. It's not a good feeling, so we need to dust ourselves off and get ready for Wednesday.
For somebody like yourself who's been in the league for 19 years now, coming out to a place like Mercedes-Benz Stadium could, over time, become a little bit of the norm. But now, knowing that it comes to an end and thinking of that young you that we saw earlier today, what is this unified squad when they take to the pitch? What do they feel out there?
Well, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some of these kids, right? And I think that the people staying here to support them, our supporters groups, you have players from the first team staying here to support them. I hope it means a lot to them, and I'm sure it means a lot to them. And it means a lot to us. It means a lot to us to see them out there representing our colors, representing our city, in the spirit of sportsmanship, in the spirit of competition. And everyone is playing with a smile on their face. It reminds me of when I was a kid, and when you didn't play for money or fame or anything. You just played because you loved the game and you loved the sport. And that's exactly what we see out here in this unified game. So it helps me keep things in perspective. It takes away a little bit the pain of a obviously very bad result for the first team, and I really enjoy watching these kids come out here and play for the love of the game. It's awesome.
Dax, as always, class. Thank you for the time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dax. Thanks, Joe. Almost ready for the second half. The Atlanta United Unified team presented by Gallagher hosting Nashville. No score yet. Maddie, who stood out to you in the first half? I think for me, I'm going to have to go with Alex Eberle, one of my favorite players to ever wear the Unified kit. Dropping into that left wing back role, he was so good at winning the ball back and getting forward. Who stood out to you?
Alex Evans stood out to me. Whenever he came in to the match, he was just on fire. He was coming at defenders left and right. He was stealing the ball. He was trying to create chances. I'm interested to see what he can do going into the second half.
Great shots during halftime of the fans who are here to support both of these unified teams. And let's kick it for 30 more minutes from the Benz. Atlanta moving from right to left on your screens. And they have dominated the possession here in this match, and they've had the chances as well. Xavier Harrison has popped up into some really good spots. Can they find the breakthrough here in front of the 17s? VR, beautiful ball into the midfield. Bartlett able to pass it through. Opportunity brewing here for Atlanta, looking for the layoff. Couldn't quite find it. Nashville well defended. They forced that wide, back into the middle. Bartlett slipped it through, almost found Russell. It was a good idea from Bartlett. Couldn't quite get Russell.
It was such a great idea from Bartlett. Was able to see the opportunity, saw that Russell was trying to make the break, but just wasn't able to get a touch on it.
Jenkins punts it back into the middle third. Evans down the right. Tackled away from him. Ramey having to drop a little bit deeper to try to find the ball a bit for Nashville. Good defensive play. Chaplin will take the throw. Into the middle to VR. That left foot once again over the top. It's going to be played over to the left side. Atlanta will save it. Walker, good back heel. Eberle pounces on it. Thought about the left-footed cross. He'll lay it off for Bartlett. Back to the right, McElhinney. Drop back to VR.
Good work from McElhinney, bringing it back. Realized he didn't have the space, so he brought it back, trying to build it out.
Shot on the right side from Stewart is blocked. Gibson has been all over the back line for Nashville alongside Brian Fisher. It will be a throw on the far side for Morphy.
And it's a great testament to both defenses on both sides. Specifically for Atlanta, D. Harden hasn't been challenged that much, and that's all thanks to that back line there, keeping it solid. MSM
with a nice turn in the midfield. Drives the pass up the left side. Stephen Walker. Fisher got to it first. Cut it back into the middle, but there's the pressure. Russell almost wins it back for Atlanta. This time Nashville able to dribble through some of that pressure. Fisher on the right, back inside. Laid off, Ramey intercepted. McElhinney came all the way back to win it for Atlanta. VR. Quick ball forward, Bartlett. Down the left side, Walker. Can't quite get to that. It's going to be a goal kick. Fisher had to deal with it because Walker was really close to it. I think it's actually going to be a corner. Referee wasn't quite sure if it had gone over the end line. Fisher was that worried about a Walker who almost turned the corner.
Walker put on the speed, was able to challenge Fisher, force Fisher to make the corner. It's great work from Walker to try and challenge her a little bit.
It's going to be a corner from the near side. Or was Fisher able to put that out for the throw? Yes, she was. It's a really good defensive play. McElhinney. Looping back around, has Bartlett. Bartlett in a jam in the corner, shielding it away, trying to find an option to turn. Knocked over, and it's going to be a free kick for Atlanta. Katselis almost won that one back for Nashville. But Bartlett will take the free kick that's essentially like a corner. Oh, the near volley attempt would have been an amazing goal from Liam Stewart. Trying to take that out of the air. Audacious from Liam.
I love it. I love it. I think it's a great opportunity for Stewart. Stewart was able to pick out the pass, tried the volley, went a little bit wide, but great hustle from Atlanta.
Good pressure from Atlanta. Nashville's got to dribble out of their own 6. It's turned over. McElhenney to the right. Stewart wanted to get that back inside, but Nashville able to clear. Pop forward. And Nashville will be able to move it over to the right side and find a little bit of open space. That's been a challenge for them today. Katselis offside. Wanted that one played a little bit earlier. Almost got in behind. Nashville was looking for the ball over the top. Free kick Atlanta, 36th minute here out of 60. And VR will take the free kick. Over to the right. Grace Chaplin. Emma Sim. Evans on the right side. He's got that speed and that ability to turn the corner. Just a little bit of a heavy touch. A couple subs here coming for Atlanta. I noticed that Joe Freihofer was maybe spying a little bit on the Atlanta coaching staff. Let's go down to Joe.
The game,
Jason, Maddie, thank you very much. Joining me now, head coach Marty Jelemy. Marty, that halftime speech from you, what was the message to this group to try and make this run 2 years unbeaten a reality?
The thing is, we need to push the ball down inside the box. They're putting 4 partners across the back, which is basically putting a black wall. So we're going to have to get through it. We're not going to be able to get over it. It's take around the sides, pass it in, and we'll get a goal that way, I'm sure.
In amidst NSC parking that bus in the back, I noticed back in Xavier Hairston, 2-goal performance against the Galaxy as well. Just how high are those expectations for your poacher there in the box tonight?
Well, he said he's going to score, so I'm waiting to see it. So hopefully that will be the case. We can pull out a win today.
We know with this group, celebrations is a big part of being out here on the pitch. We saw a coordinated cartwheel before it began tonight. We know Anthony Hernandez loves a CR7 Sue when he scores as well. In the locker room, was there any talk for a pre-planned celebration tonight?
If there was, the coaches don't know about it. The kids do that all on their own. We have nothing to do with it, so hopefully we're going to see a goal, and we'll see a new celebration.
Coach Marty, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Marty Jelemy, the longtime head coach of Atlanta United's Unified program, does such great work with this team. Nashville trying to play through Atlanta's pressure. That pressure has definitely picked up here in the second half. Eberle doing a great job defensively for Atlanta, winning it back again.
And I had the opportunity to talk to Xavier Hairston as well. Told me that his favorite was probably the one from LA Galaxy in the celebration, the little Spider-Man meme.
Oh, I like it. I like
pointing it back and forth. They had pre-planned that one, so I'm really excited to see, once they get a goal here on the board, what that celebration's going to be.
Eberle comes back to help win it back. Player down. Referee will stop play. It's Katselis who was trying to get up the field. Good battle on that near side with Katselis and Eberle. Going to be a drop ball. That was really well won by Eberle. Chaplin through the middle. Atlanta trying to find the breakthrough in the 39th minute. Driving forward, Stewart to the right. Laid off to Hairston instead. Left-footed shot. Goal! 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 The X-Men. It's Xavier time as he puts it into the back of the net. Hairston makes it 1-0 Atlanta.
I said it before we came on air. The X-Men is going to show up tonight, and that's exactly what he did as they do the dance celebration. Great pass, able to pick him out, and from a little outside, he launches it in, able to catch him off guard. And like you said, it's Xavier time.
What a finish from Hairston as we get another look with the left foot. No chance to make the save. Such a quick shot from Hairston. You see the celebration from the X-Man. Atlanta gets on the board in the 39th minute, 1-0 to the Five Stripes. Joe, we might have to go back to you more often.
Atlanta
when you start talking celebrations, we get an instant goal. We get to see that celebration.
Hairston!
Jason, we just checked the math here on the touchline as well for Hairston. That's now 5 goals in his last 3 matches. And you guys saw it there as well. Hairston told the 17s to set their watch to Hairston's standard time as well. What a finish. You'll also see head coach Marty Jelemy starting to buckle down in the back line as well. Make sure we hang on to this result. Kelly Robinson has been put at left back, making a change from right back as well, as you see her providing that high line right now. 5 Stripes hanging on. Jason, Maddie, back to you.
Almost won it back. Fisher able to put in a cross. Thanks, Joe. D. Harden claims it. 20 minutes to go here at the Benz. Atlanta trying for a second straight unbeaten season with the unified team. Also looking for more goals. Hairston. Nice patience to allow the play to develop. McElhenney trying to spin away from pressure. Ramey and Bond both there. Through ball for Stewart. Stewart with a shot from a tough angle. Didn't miss by much. Liam Stewart looking to get on the board. Another good attack from Atlanta.
Substitutions for Atlanta.
Liam Stewart looking to make it 2-0. He had the opportunity to try and make the cross if he wanted to.
Nashville.
But I don't mind the attempt.
Number 30.
Let's go back down to the field. Joe Freihofer with more guests.
And also number 19 for Nashville.
Guys, the sideline is continuing to round out. We're not going to have enough room in this technical area if this keeps up as well. We've got Rob Valentino here chatting away with Skate Knopfsinger, talking tactics right now. And we see Coach Granite Comboy with Emma Sim as well, too. They're looking to try and finish this one out. We've also got to give a shout-out to our visitors here tonight as well. Goalkeeper Joe Willis is here in attendance, as well as BJ Callahan, who had a nice moment with Sarah Kate Knopfsinger as well. Great to see the turnout from both sides, and most of all, the 17s bringing the heat as always.
It's been a great match here between Atlanta and Nashville. Nashville trying to find a way back into it. Ballweber leading the break. Slips the pass through into the 18. Blocked, and Nashville will get a corner. Strong work down the right side for Rojan Bond. The magician nearly makes something happen for Nashville.
Ramey can be so dangerous in the box. Able to get the ball out and not let him get another touch on it, but they'll get a corner.
Ballweber will take the corner. D. Harden making sure everything is organized. Driven across. Volleyed in. What a goal for Nashville. 1-1 after the volley to the back post. A well-taken goal for Nashville as Brian Fisher puts that one home out of the air.
Fisher, right place, right time, able to sneak it right past Harden, and just like that, it's 1-1. And we said we were in for a nail-biter. Brad Guzan said it when it was 0-0. We're right back in it again.
You see the celebration from Rojan Bond right there. Nashville feeling good after immediately equalizing in that one. We've got more subs for Atlanta. Joe, fill us in.
Yeah, guys, we see some more formational changes. VR is going to come off in that back line as well. Robinson is going to be shifting around too. I'd like to also point out that following that NSC goal as well, just like when Cristiano Ronaldo hit that magical bicycle kick with Real Madrid, and the Juventus fans got up on their feet, you see the same gesture from the Five Stripes here tonight. The 17s on their feet applauding that goal from Nashville as well. Beautiful unity being displayed here tonight by both sides. We see lots of members of NSC and United starting to gel together, chant together, and this one is going to be good. Close to the finish. Maddie, Jason?
Here comes Atlanta. McElhenney across to Hairston. He's looking for a second, pulls it wide to the far side. Almost Xavier time again.
I think he tried to curl it a little bit, had the right idea, just wasn't able to get the right angle on it.
He's so good at finding those little pockets of space and not rushing things. It's just 10. A little touch with the right foot over to his left. That's what he wants to hit it with. Almost picked out that far side. 1-1. We'll see how both teams kind of respond to the chaotic couple of minutes where Atlanta gets the goal and then Nashville immediately answers back. Nashville will try to build out of the back. 5 stripes chasing. Play long up the right side to Ballweber. He's able to get through. Opportunity here for Nashville into the 18. Ballweber with the shot. Goal. Goal, 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 Nashville. And they turned the 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. A great run from Cole Ballweber.
Cole Ballweber able to pick out the space and slots it right in between Harden. And we're in for a great one, guys.
Atlanta's got to come back now to maintain that unbeaten record. Ballweber was able to get in behind. Harden tried to get out to close down the space, but it's so difficult for the goalkeeper to close that one down. Nashville makes it 2-1, and Atlanta's really got to open things up here. We'll get a report from Joe down in the technical area here in just a second. Joe, you got any intel for us?
Yeah, Jason, Savion Brown has been up on his feet. He's been instructed to get himself ready here in the technical area. Eberle is up on his feet as well. Part of it is just the emotion, but also Brown, they've instructed him to come on and go alone. Do not be afraid. Try them from range and see if we can climb back into this one. Everything at stake here at home, guys.
2-1 Nashville overturning the 1-0 Atlanta lead. Here come the 5 stripes down the middle. Couple of step overs. Quick shot wide. Going to be a goal kick for Nashville. It was a good run from McKeith McElhenney. Game is really opening up here. And you love to see it, the referee helping with tying the shoes of a Nashville player.
And I want to go back to what Joe said as well. Bringing on Brown again, he had a lot of great opportunities in the first half, tried to find the back of the net. I think he's in for a goal tonight as well. We have Xavier in on one. I think Brown, his time is coming up too.
That was really good work from our referee, Christopher Heintzman. Rojan Bond needed a little bit of assistance. Heintzman there to provide the assist. Here comes Nashville again, Ramey. Gomez trying to win it back for Atlanta. Ramey able to poke it through, but it is wide. Good defending from Camila Gomez.
And Ramey has the speed, too. He had the speed. He was able and trying to sneak past Gomez, but Gomez with solid defending.
Urshansky fouled by Ballweber. It will be a free kick for Atlanta. 47th minute. 60-minute match here at the Benz in the unified match. Here comes Atlanta. McElhenney. It's one back. Fisher, who opened the scoring for Nashville, will slip the pass through. They look for the combination, a collision. Going to be a free kick for Nashville. Kelly Robinson trying to win the ball back high up the field, and more changes for Atlanta. This looks like a big change here, Joe. What is the instructions for this quartet coming back on the pitch?
Matty, Jason, it is a hot touch line down here right now. Coach Marty Jellamy spent a lot of time with Savion Brown as well as with Liam Stewart. Both of those gentlemen have been able to create some big chances tonight, looking to stretch this field and see if they can use their pace, use their freshness to take advantage of NSC's current fitness right now as we see that clock begin to tick away. A little less than 15 to go in this one. Jellamy instilling nothing but work rate out of these guys as Stewart breaks away now.
Great play from Evans to win it back. Here comes Liam Stewart into the 18. Can't get through the traffic. Chris Parks involved in winning it back for Nashville. Evans tried to volley it right back into the attacking third, but it slices away for a throw. Just under 12 minutes of regulation to play. Nashville with the 2-1 lead over Atlanta. Going to be another throw for Nashville. .49th minute, thrown in up the line to Ramey. Taken away by McElhenney. Foul from behind. McKeith McElhenney earns the free kick. Urshansky on it. Pops it up to himself. Left-footed curler. What a golazo. Goal. 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 Atlanta United. A bomb from deep, and it's 2-2.
Urshansky took it himself, saw the opening, and just like that, lays it in to tie it up 2-2. Did the handshake with Brown, was able to finish the job, and just like that, it's tied once again.
Urshansky, who's headed to Georgia Tech next year, able to make it 2-2 with that left foot from inside of 30 yards. What a hit from Daniel Urshansky. Looking like Alexei Miranchuk right there with that left foot. It's 2-2, just over 10 minutes of regulation to play. And business has definitely picked up. Here comes Atlanta again, back in possession. McElhenney to Hairston. Back to McKeith. Over to Urshansky. He got another one in him. Cuts it back into the middle. Wins it back. Atlanta pinning Nashville in once again. McElhenney, Hairston. Brown, right-footed drive, big save. Got down low, Braden Jenkins to keep that one in front of him.
Jenkins with great awareness, knew that Brown saw the curler, was able to get down on his knees with the save.
You were at training on Thursday. You had the chance to talk to Urshansky, right?
I did.
What did he have to say?
Same thing as well, you know, especially coming into this matchup after that huge win against LA Galaxy, keeping things the same, keeping the composure and keeping the momentum and just trusting each other and trusting the connections that they all have on the pitch.
That's what's been so cool to see about this team, is good work from Fisher once again trying to dribble through traffic, but there's 3 sets of 5 stripes there, almost winning the ball back. Here comes Nashville. This is a team that's very together. You know, when we've been on the road with them this season, we've gotten to see them on the beach in LA. We got to see them in Nashville as well. This is a group that's very heavily bonded, as Nashville coming in trying to find the go-ahead. Ramey with a heavy touch. D. Harden got to it first. Good play from D. Harden. Brave to go down at Ramey's feet. Unintentional. They shake hands. That's the spirit that we're looking for. But D. Harden, bravery to go claim that one.
Ramey was on the break, had the speed to get there, and Harden knew that that was coming. Was able to get down and stop a promising attack from Nashville.
52nd minute. Here comes Atlanta back into the attacking half. First ball blocked. McElhenney will get it again. Rides off a challenge. It's taken away on the far side. Catherine Morphy. Good challenge to win it back. Atlanta. They play long. Hairston trying to find it. Stewart trying to find it. Stewart does. Now Hairston has Stewart to the right. Hairston from distance low and saved by Jenkins once again.
Hairston had the space, maybe not the power that he wanted, was able to get it to his left foot, just didn't get the right speed that he wanted in that ball. That
one was from way out, maybe Kennesaw region. Here comes Atlanta. Hairston, maybe inside the metro. This time it's blocked. Jenkins will prevent the corner. Hernandez was waiting on a possible rebound. But Braden Jenkins, who's been part of Special Olympics for almost 10 years, has done a great job in goal. He'll punt long. Evans running that down on the far side. Feels like he's playing right back, right wing, everything on the right side. Good spin and turn. Dribbling through traffic, Ike Eisworth. Finding Urshansky in the middle. Now Brown, first time ball, back across for Stewart. It's run down by Gibson. She'll take it to the corner and spin back inside. Less than 7 to play. Morphy rides off a challenge. And she'll play it up that right side. Evans trying to get back to defend. Evans wins it back. Still battling. Foul called on the far side. Evans was able to get between the ball and Logan Holdaway and draw the foul.
A little shove in the back. Evans, though, with great work, just shielding the ball away from Nashville, not allowing him to get a touch on there, and he earns the foul.
5 subs for Atlanta. Joe, this feels a little bit like a real big go-for-it moment for the 5 stripes.
Jason, that's exactly right. Head coach Marty Gelame put in an absolute platoon shift right there of switches. You'll see Joe Villar there in that back line. Emma Sim as well who is so calm, cool, and collected on the ball. She will be that distributor there back for them as well. And then Stephen Walker, watch out for this guy. He is the Fulton County Lamine Yamal out wide as well. They will look to service him and put one on the board. There is no overtime, Maddie and Jason. Everything on the line.
Played into the middle, thanks, Joe. Nashville with the interception. They want to flip the field quickly. Atlanta prevents that from happening. Well won back by Bartlett. Into the middle for Brown. Brown dances past one. Still on it. Wants to play it through to Hairston. Fisher gets to it first. Has to concede the throw. What I love, Maddie, about this Atlanta United side, they're trying to preserve the undefeated season. They're not playing for a draw in this, though, with 5 minutes to go. They're going for the win.
You want the win, and you're here at home. You have all of these fans supporting you. You want to go out, and you want to go out in the season with a bang.
They are not just trying to keep the draw to prevent that, or to keep that unbeaten season. They're going for the 3 points. It's going to be a throw here on the near side for Atlanta. We're down to less than 5 to play. Nashville making a change. And Brown will throw this in from the near side, edge of the 18. Bartlett spinning into the middle, finds Hairston, wanted to go first time, but was well defended by Ramey, who's dropped really deep for Nashville. Brown on it, edge of the 18. Brown takes a touch inside, right-footed shot blocked. Brown was trying to find that angle. Eberle wanted to just pop that forward to Walker. Didn't quite catch it. Katselis will leave the throw.
Nashville's defense is still solid as it was in the first half, not allowing any of those chances. Believe Brown's pass was deflected off of the back of another Nashville defender.
Good pressure from Stephen Walker to knock that one out. Brown cuts inside. Opportunity to launch that with the right foot, just over the bar. Nearly pulled that off, Savion Brown from distance.
I mean an inch. An inch.
I think Jenkins might have had it covered if it had been on frame. It was really close. Another look at Brown with the step over, cutting inside with the right foot. Yeah, did not miss by much. Jenkins was in the vicinity. Good work from the goalkeeper. Both goalkeepers have been good tonight.
Really solid along with their back lines. The defenses on both sides have a lot to be proud of tonight.
Ramey tries to spin it inside. MSM read that one, took it away. VR will clear. And it's Brown. Walker turns. Drives up the left side, Stephen Walker. Ballweber comes across, wins it back inside to Fisher. Brand Fisher, one more time to Gibson. She'll dribble forward. Brown takes it away. Opportunity for Savion Brown. Into the 18. Big save from Jenkins, but he can't keep it out. Goal! 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 Savion Brown wins the ball back, takes it himself, and finds the back of the net for Atlanta, 3-2.
Brown able to capitalize on the mistake of the Nashville defense and was able just to slice it right past Jenkins. What a great pull in, and was able to get it on his right foot. And just like that, it's 3-2.
Jenkins almost got to it to keep it out. Couldn't get the big paw behind it. Brown had too much power on it. A great celebration once again, and Atlanta has the late go-ahead goal, and they're going to try to see this out with one more. Advantage played. Hairston cuts back to the left. Eberle steps up to clear. Nashville with about 100 seconds to play in regulation. Emma Sim running all the way across to win that one back. Atlanta able to clear on the far side. Evans knocks that one off of Ramey. It will be a throw for Nashville. And we'll get a sub here for Atlanta as McElhenney back in. Joe, what was the reaction down there to that golazo from Savion Brown?
Nothing but smiles here, Jason and Maddie on the bench as we see Savion walk off to an ovation from this stand, to a big hug from head coach Marty Jelame as well. And from the celebrations already beginning for the Five Stripes here tonight, a masterclass, Jelame masterclass, once again for the Five Stripes at home with some seconds on the clock as well. But head coach Marty has asked for a bit of calma from his group, some possession and a controlled finish to this one. Guys?
We're into the last minute. I'm sure Joe will have some post-game interviews downstairs as well if he can. Atlanta trying to see this out with the 3-2 lead. A turn through the middle. Want to get back into the attacking half. McElhenney, Walker, Hairston. Combinations flowing for Atlanta. Hairston will cut it back. Eberle wants to get in on the attacking action now. Eberle spins through traffic. Eberle will take it to the end line. Can't quite turn that corner. It's good defending from Bond. He's been all over the place for Nashville and played really well. But Eberle doesn't get the ball inside for a goal-scoring opportunity, but ran a lot of clock with that run as we are right up against the end of regulation, and that will do it for Atlanta in the 3-2 win. Atlanta United's unified team finishes the 2024 season with another undefeated record. 2 straight years for Atlanta United Unified without a loss.
It's a huge testament to what the coaching staff has done here with Atlanta. What a dominant performance from them, not only in the other past matches, but in this one. You go up 1-0, and then you go down a couple of goals, and you're able to come back. That shows the resilience and the fight within this squad. And as the water showers come down on the pitch, it's a great day to celebrate the beautiful game.
They were able to get head coach Marty Jelame with the bath. Atlanta celebrating down on the field. Joe's going to try to get some post-game interviews here for us. What a performance. Had some adversity to deal with as well. They got the opening goal. Nashville, and full credit to Nashville, they were able to turn it from 1-0 down to a 2-1 lead. But then Atlanta was able to restore their lead and end the season with a big win. What a match from both of these teams.
It's the fight from both of these teams. I mean, full credit to Nashville. They go down 1-0. They're able to come back, make it 1-1. Then they're able to make it 2-1. They had the momentum and everything, and then Atlanta was able to bring it back. A great performance from both sides today. It was such a fun match.
You see the togetherness from both of these teams. That's what this unified program is all about. Both teams get an opportunity to make friends, to spend time with one another. You see the big hug from Alex Eberle there. This is about the beautiful game, and it's so cool to see these moments between these two teams who fought hard and left everything on the field. Atlanta ends up finding a way to get the 3-2 win. Joe Fryhofer, our eyes on the field. I know you're going to try to grab a couple of folks, Joe, but big reaction there at the final whistle.
Yeah, Jason, Maddie, one of the most beautiful things is not only the coming together here between these two sides for what was a masterclass of footballing beauty as well, but the tactical substitution from head coach Marty Jelame to give Savion that chance to tell him to go alone and to tell the Five Stripes to play with no fear. They say the star sets the bar above our badge, and this unified group felt that here tonight. We got a couple of post-match interviews coming your way, but one of the big ones is going to be with assistant coach Greta Conboy. We'll follow up with you guys post-medal ceremony.
I want to ask you as well, Joe, before you leave us for a second. Nashville, so much credit to them, able to come back on the road and 1-0 down, turn it to 2-1. A lot of fight in the boys and girls in gold.
The togetherness from that group certainly inspiring, as well as just the solidity of their back line, too. You guys talked about the experience of Jenkins in the net there between the 3 posts for them. Just an outstanding road showing from them that they will certainly be encouraged to build upon as well. And I think this match here tonight fell nothing short of spectacular between these two sides.
Thanks, Joe. We'll come back to you in just a minute. The medal ceremony will be taking place here right in front of us. But Maddie, Savion Brown, we had the chance to get some information from him ahead of today. And one of the quotes from him is, "I'm very energetic and can't get tired easily." that last goal, he showed those energy levels very high to win the ball back and then still have the composure to settle himself and find the back of the net as we see Atlanta United players helping out Noah Cobb, Tyler Wolff in distributing the medals. Savion Brown, the instruction was to go out and make it happen. He absolutely did.
Savion Brown, calm, cool, and collected. He came out there, he was given the instruction, if you have the opportunity, take it. And that's exactly what he did. He was able to earn the rebound, and he hustled all the way up to the line, and he shot, and he scored it, and he made it 3-2 for Atlanta United.
Such a great performance from this team across the board as Noah Cobb and Tyler Wolff hand out the medals. Such a cool program here as Joe Freihofer, I think, trying to get an interview with the hero of the night.
Jason, Maddie, we're joined now by Savion Brown, who had the goal of the evening, the match-deciding finish. Savion, what were some of the instructions from the coaching staff as you came on to finish off this match?
Oh, they just said keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. And one of those shots will go in, no matter what. So I just kept doing that. Boom, one went in.
One of the specialty touches of the match tonight was the coordinated celebrations. We saw from you at the very end the shush as well as the A there, and the entire group coming around with you as well. What did that moment mean to you?
Just like, you know, quiet down. It's Atlanta. Like, come on, man. And, you know, rep our team with just quiet. You know who we are. Come on, man. But, yeah, that's about it.
Savion, thank you. Jason, Maddie, it's all about the 404. Back to you guys.
Savion is quite the editor on YouTube, able to put together some highlight reels. I'm sure he's going to have one of tonight's match, especially with that big moment, that big goal.
Absolutely, and even to bring it back around, just showing what Atlanta can do. You said it yourself, we are the A.
A big win for Atlanta United's unified team. Nashville getting their medals. Again, a great performance from Nashville, and I love the togetherness that we're seeing between these two teams, having the chance to play home and away this season. And I have to, again, one more time, give a big thanks to Gallagher as well for their support of the unified program with Atlanta United, a longtime partner of the program, allowing the club to make all of these things happen. These players travel on the road with the first team. They are treated just like the first team in terms of training, in terms of equipment, in terms of travel. It's so cool to see this group and the performances that they've put on. And that's something I want to go back to you, Joe. You've had the opportunity to travel with this group before. You've seen this team on the road. The togetherness of this group, the real bonding between all of these five stripes has been so cool to watch over the years.
Yeah, Jason, Maddie, I think it comes down to the routine on some of those away days as well. I can remember a lot of the chemistry from this group out there on the field begins in the mornings. It's on the team walks, on match day, it's during breakfast as well. It's the energy, the positivity that this group transmits all the way from the players, assistant coaches, the first team players that you see here as well, Gallagher, and their incredible contributions to taking this program up to the level that it is. And it doesn't stop here, guys. Expectations are only getting higher for this group going into year 3 on this incredible unbeaten run.
Marty Jellamy and his staff just do such an amazing job with this team. They put everything, their heart and soul into this. And you had the chance to talk to some of the staff on Thursday when you were out at training. It's so impressive to see. I mean, we saw tactical changes. We saw some really big moves in this game. Gambles that paid off in the way that the team played. That's stuff that they work out in those training sessions week after week.
You have those training sessions for a reason. You figure out who can do what, who can make the biggest impact, and that's exactly what Greta Conboy and Luis Luna said to me when I had the chance to talk to them after training. It's just about finding that connection and finding that team culture that you have to have, and that's exactly what Joe was talking about when you go on these trips, getting the chance to go on away trips like to LA. That really helps build the team chemistry, and that's something we've seen on the pitch, even throughout talking to all of the coaches. It is so strong within this group.
Very cool to see the Atlanta and Nashville teams, supporters, friends, family, all together here for the group picture. Even Joe's jumping in. We've even got Joe jumping into the shot. try to get possibly one more interview down from pitch side as this moment is documented. A great turnout as the 17s stay here and in the Benz, and the Nashville supporters as well that stayed. They stayed a good while to support their unified team. Very, very cool to see this turnout and for Atlanta to finish this season another one unbeaten.
And, you know, Joe said it best. Next year, you got a lot of fun expectations to come into. 2 years undefeated. Can we make it 3?
Can you make it 3, Joe? Can they make it 3? Was the lights go out here in the Benz? We'll try to get it back down to Joe one more time.
Jason, Maddie, thank you very much. We're joined now by assistant coach Greta Conboy. First of all, Greta, we'd like to begin this. A round of applause to all of the families, the 17s in this building who took in this unprecedented run for this unified team. Greta, you're coming on 3 years now unbeaten with this group. What did you see from your second family here tonight at Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
Oh, my second family. Oh my gosh, Cammy, don't cry. No, I think there was a lot of grit on this field tonight. There were times that we were down, times that we were tied, and the entire time this team just showed the heart that they've had this entire past 6 months as they've been training. I'm so proud of them. They've grown so much as people, as players, and it's just been a blessing to see.
Greta, we see the emotion in your eyes. You mean the world to not only this group, but to the club as well. This is not your average interview. Greta, we'd like you to take a look up to the halo board here as well. 17s, a round of applause. This, on behalf of the unified team and Gallagher, is a thank you to you for all of your time spent. Get her the varsity jacket. 17s, make some noise for Coach Greta Conboy.
That's what it's all about with this program. Thank you so much, Joe, and thank you so much, Coach Greta. Team coming over for one more hug after another win. Great work from the field from Joe Freihofer throughout. Thank you to all of our guests for taking some time to chat with us. For Joe, for Madison Cruz, I am Jason Longshore signing off. Thank you so much to Gallagher for your support of the Atlanta United Unified program. And it's one more unbeaten season for these Five Stripes. A 3-2 win tonight over Nashville. Adios, everybody.
You know I stay fresh on the MIC, and you can